So here's the deal. Even if I wasn't leader of the earth, and wasn't leader of all countries and everything, a couple people in the future needed me to order some things anyway, for America and for the other country. So and besides, I just needed to really be a leader of a country for a little bit and Earth. So a couple people came to me and they wanted me to order some things to be done more. They were going to order it for me in my behalf. So, or like ordering themselves, basically. Except with me as a symbol. For their own rights, and as far as nothing really serious. They just wanted to see, they were apparently from the American government of some time period, the future, the past, somewhere. Anyway, and they needed presidential authority or authorization to do certain things. Mostly their creation and or do some certain things that they felt were the right thing to do. So like I say, there isn't supposed to be a lot of death or destruction. There isn't supposed to be any torture. But some other people, there was a slight disagreement about who was president and who was leading the earth and the free worlds and country. And so certain groups wanted to make sure, since I had named America and everything else, that they wanted to make sure that they had the presidential authority and authorization that came with the true owner and leader of America. Which was, of course, me. But I was supposed to die. So they had to come and get me and make sure America happened and all that other stuff, make sure that I was the president, and then ask for my authorization, which I gladly and happily gave because they wanted to be free and live a good life. So I said, yes, as president of America and the free world and the earth, I give you authorization to blah, 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 blah. Create yourself in the right way and all that other stuff. And protect people and be good and just and true to other races and species and yourselves. And also to create your own family and all that other stuff. Basically giving them free reign over certain things which would fall within America's guidelines and bounds that we considered and hold dear. The present day and the future. So anyway, but apparently some other presidents did not feel the same way as me as far as whether or not they should be property or sentient species. And I was giving them safe harbor, safe passage, and authorization to consider themselves people and not property. So it did not really matter if I was actually president or just momentarily president or even possibility of president. They were okay with that. Still, I named America, so therefore, theoretically, anything that America did would fall under my guidelines regardless, and it didn't really matter what time they asked me. So, anyway, I was like, yeah, sounds good. So anyway, they explained certain portions of it, and I said, I agree, you are a sentient species and deserve and have all rights and restrictions, all rights to pursue your own happiness and, of course, protection and all that. Now, these people, I believe, were a military group, possibly super soldiers, possibly Borg, possibly just a race looking for a safe harbor and safe place to live that was protected. And they needed the presidential authorization or authorization of the planet Earth, which I happily gave them as long as they didn't hurt anyone or torture or kill anyone exactly. Although wounding and other things that, So anyway, so they asked for my permission and I granted it. Yes, I did. And they went ahead and named America and created it in my behest. So, anyway, from 400 years ago on up. And they said, well, we're going to need you out of the way for 400 years, so you can go ahead and chill right here and get a little mountain dry place. And we'll go ahead and just take care of it for you. And I was like, sounds good to me. So, anyway, yeah, so that's how I kind of named America, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, there's that. So, whole lot of things have happened throughout my lifetime, and certain people are laughing about it. Anyway, though, and it was kind of funny but they made sure that the Constitution was and blah, 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 and they made sure America was created the way I want it to be created and in the best ways. So, anyway, there's a lot of things that, like I said, they needed presidential authority. They needed the authority of the creator of America, or of main president. And they considered first president, or first person to be president of America, the most highest ranking of America. So therefore, they came to me. Now, of course, that's another reason why Rodney wanted to say he created America, blah, 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 because he wanted to have authority more than me. Or whatever, whoever. Yeah, though, but in actuality, because I named America, technically I'm the first president of America, and therefore higher than any official president that came later on. So it's kind of a little bit different, and therefore I was able to, set down rights and restrictions for AI, collectives, and sentient races under America and planet Earth. So therefore they are protected as their own individual entities and not property. So anyway, there were a couple things that, so they could actually like act and move independently and to be able to be or create freedom and equality and have themselves considered sentient. I guess they needed orders in order to basically be like, yeah, you can go ahead and consider yourself a individual and a race by yourself. And I guess they needed the presidential authority to do that, which I gladly gave them. So, which other people apparently would not. Anyway, so leader of free worlds, leader of planet Earth, leader of freedom, and all that. And that's kind of how that all came about, because I named America. Technically, I'm first president. Technically, all that. So anyway, it's all past stuff and led to the creation of freedom and equality in America.